Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm going live right now. I haven't done a live in a while, but Bitcoin CPI report is about to release, and it is pumping like crazy right now. So we're at $17,900, and we just did a video a couple of hours ago before this happened. So we're gonna jump into the chart. We're gonna discuss the CPI report. It's not released yet. It's releasing in like literally 2 or 3 minutes. So we're going to look at the CPI report, and also we're going to look at Binance because there's so much FUD around Binance right now, and people are saying it's going to go insolvent. So we're going to talk about that as well. So we're waiting for a few people. I'm just going to tweet out this live. So give me 1 second, guys. Let me just tweet it out. Also leave in the chat any questions you have, if you want me to cover something. Okay, hold on. Let me just tweet it out right now. Also like so that we can get more people on, and it's pushed up in the algorithm. Okay, so I'm going to share it right now. I'm going to share the that's okay. There we go. So this is the Bitcoin chart. We have broken out like crazy. As you can see, we went up to $18,106. If you watched 2 videos ago, this was our primary target for Bitcoin, $17,600, because this on the weekly chart, if I go back, it is a very, very crucial support. So we come back to, the 13th of June of 2022, and also the November and December of 2020. So this was a very, very significant support. And also on the daily chart, very recently, we on this candle, we fired a buy on the parabolic SAR. Now this is super bullish because we have been on a sell until like since the 8th of November. And we had a huge downside since the sell occurred, right? And now we fired a buy, and I'm assuming for the next couple of candles we will continue higher on. So hold on, let me just tweet this out and let me know any questions you have. So give me a few seconds, bear with me, guys. Bitcoin is pumping like crazy. What's up with Binance? Okay, boom. I just let my Twitter followers know right now as well that we're on the live stream, and also join my Telegram channel. That's where I put the latest updates, and I'm going to update them now as well. So let me go to my Telegram channel. Join me live right now. Okay, boom. So I just updated the Telegram channel, but right now we're pumping like crazy, right? And we had this on the daily chart. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Yo, the moon is here. What's up? So this was the parallel channel that we had, right? And we broke out pretty massively today. And this was a major bull flag that we had since the 13th of November. And right now we went above the EMA ribbons. So we had tremendous support coming from the EMA ribbons, and now we just broke out of it. So the next candle, we could potentially retest back to this top EMA and then continue even higher, right? So let's check the CPI if it's been announced yet. Let's see, 7.1, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Okay, that is crazy. CPI is 7.1. Damn, okay, no one expected that. It was 7.6, that was the forecast, right? But on Twitter, if I go to my profile right now, I retweeted. Did I retweet this guy? I don't think I retweeted him. So it was Grav. Yeah, this guy was. So he tweeted out a couple of tweets ago. So this one I showed in my last video. These were the estimates for the CPI. So you see a bunch of banks estimating around 7.2, 7.3. So yeah, we hit 7.1. Damn, I mean, I don't think people expected that. And we didn't open a trade on this because I don't like to trade CPI. I don't like to trade any major news announcement just because of the volatility, especially when it comes to Bitcoin, because when there is so much volatility, right, we don't know what's going to happen, right? CPI could have been higher. Markets can be manipulated, especially in crypto. So I don't like to trade on news. I like to trade the next candle on the news. So if we also go into the 4-hourly chart, we can see this was the mini bull flag that we had, right? And if you opened a trade here, congratulations, we opened a trade on this candle, right? We were doing the $1,000 trade, and we opened it, and I put the stop very low, right, because of our risk management, and we got stopped out. But this is the benefit of, there's the pros and cons of doing proper risk management, right? You can either A, miss out, right? And, you get stopped out, or B, you have a good trade and, you don't lose that much money. So when you do risk management, your losses decrease, but so do the size of your wins, because you're putting a very close stop loss, and that can prevent you from making a lot of money, right? So that's unfortunate. It's okay, but we carry on. It's fine. Now we've moved on to Bybit, the Bybit testnet, to do our trades, because I prefer it more. Am I sharing my screen? Hold on, no, I'm not. I prefer it more than the BitGet one, because I think it's there's so much more functionality. So we restarted. I closed the BitGet demo one because I didn't like it anymore. This one has a bunch more stuff, so you could sign up using my link as well if you want to do the demo challenge, or if you're an experienced enough trader, then you can trade on the main one as well. So let's continue. Hold on. So Bitcoin, boom, share this tab instead. Okay, so we're still pumping. We're at $17,900. Let's have a look at the crypto bubbles. Let's see what's happening. By the way, congratulations to anyone who got into Toncoin, because a couple of videos ago, I mentioned in the Apple video after the Apple section about Toncoin. Now, Ton implemented their blockchain into Telegram, right? And Telegram has basically over 500 million users. And Ton being pushed on Telegram is, in my opinion, going to cause a lot of stuff. A lot of adoption into crypto, because like immediately 500 million people are going to be exposed into blockchain. So I think it's going to push pretty heavily. So we can have a look at the funding rates as well. The funding rates are negative. There is a mix between positive and negative right now. There has been crazy liquidations in the past hour, people being stopped out, people being liquidated. So let's see. I'm expecting a strong reversal after this candle, because this is just an insane parabolic candle that's went up. Let's have a look at the S&P, and I'm going to check questions right now as well. Let's see in the stream what's going on. Let's see. Drop me a question if you guys have any questions as well, and I can look at it on the chart too. Okay, all right, nothing right now, but let's have a look at the S&P. So the S&P is obviously pumping as well, like crazy. On the parabolic SAR, we fired a buy 2 candles ago, and we're right now above the EMA ribbons. And let's have a look. How many points did the Dow pump? So again, Bitcoin is really pretty much correlated with, no, this is the wrong one, DOJ, Dow Jones, it's DGI, sorry. So yeah, Bitcoin is still pretty much correlated with the tech stocks right now. It should be, again, I mentioned this in a video, I'm not sure when, but Bitcoin should be treated as digital gold, as a hedge for inflation, right? And it should be treated as a currency. Right now, it's being treated as a tech stock because, it's being manipulated by the stock market. So eventually next year, when the US dollar continues to weaken due to increasing interest rates, and when we go into recession even more, then suddenly all the currencies are going to start to default. And when currencies default, people are going to realize that Bitcoin is the only method of transaction that, has, it does not have a CEO. It has no one that controls it. So I think it's going to be very interesting for Bitcoin next year, regardless of the recession. So if we go back into the chart again for Bitcoin as well, yeah, 17,000. Oh God, wow, we're still pumping. It's crazy. In the, what's the 15-minute volatility like? Damn, this is crazy. Can you see that gap in between the candles? That is pretty rare for a gap to happen like that. So it's actually very interesting. We can look at the volume as well. The volume is crazy. If we look at the MACD is incredibly bullish. RSI is oversold, right? So this is where you got to be conscious. So RSI is oversold like crazy. It's not heading down right now. We're still, in that uptrend on the RSI, but stochastic began to head down already. And I think RSI can reverse soon as well, because we're super overbought, and you have to be very careful when you're overbought. We're at 95.5. So we're super overbought. So, do not FOMO. Again, nothing in this video is financial advice, but I wouldn't FOMO into anything right now because it's super, super overbought. And of course, it's derived from the hype of the CPI, but we're still pumping on this next candle, which is crazy to see. Let's see. Let's go back on the stream. Let's see. Any questions? I'm checking the questions now, so drop me if you have any questions. What's a good NFT project? I mean, NFTs, right? Right now, I'm not, looking at NFTs. I don't think people should be looking at NFTs right now because it's just the NFT hype was crazy. That was during September to December of last year. And of course, that momentum has dropped down very significantly. So I'd wait till next bull market to look into NFTs, right? Can we break 18K? I mean, I don't think if we break 18K, we're going to consider to have started a new bull market, because again, recession will happen and it's inevitable, right? So next year, we're still at pre-recession. And when the recession hits next year, it's going to hit hard on everything, right? So I don't think if we break 18K, we're necessarily going to, go back into a bull market. But if we check the macro, right, if we check the weekly time frame, we're having a nice dead cat bounce on the weekly. So this you can consider a dead cat bounce, a V-shaped recovery, whatever you want to call it. But this is interesting, right? So we could potentially come back to this $20,000, $21,000 resistance. But again, there is EMA support, there's parabolic SAR support, and we're still in a downtrend. You got to remember that, because this is a lower low. So we're still in a downtrend. What we could do is, so since this is a lower high and a lower high, we could come up to like around here and form another lower high. So that's around 18.7K. And then we could cause a catastrophic fall as well. So it's not looking very nice for Bitcoin, and I would not FOMO personally. And again, nothing in this video is financial advice, but I personally like to think of this time as a very, very nice time to DCA, because you never know what's going to happen, right? You don't know when the bottom is for sure. So it's a nice time to DCA, because, I would have loved to be able to buy in at these prices during the bull market. Let's see, what is the CPI? Okay, so the CPI, because there's a bunch of people just joining right now, so let me share this tab. So it turned out to be 7.1, and it was expected to be 7.6, but it turned out to be 7.1, so which was pretty unexpected. It was much lower than what people predicted it to be. And we're at we're in the 7 range since literally December last year. So this is crazy. This is super bullish, right? And this was the predictions of different banks upon the what the CPI was going to be. So a bunch of banks predicted around 7.2, 7.3 with a median of 7.3, right? So 7.1, no one really expected. So this is super bullish. This is why we're having such a significant pump on Bitcoin. But again, do we think that, because inflation is down so much that we're not going to have recession? No, because, the numbers say there's 7.1 inflation, right? But in reality, the inflation is much higher. Like, for example, if you go and look at Turkey, right, they say that the inflation is around 80%, right? But real inflation is 180%. So they give you a number, but you got to look at actual inflation. You got to go to the grocery store and you got to compare the prices of, you were buying milk a year ago. How much is that exact same milk right now? That's how you see the real inflation, not through, the numbers that they release. That's how you really see the inflation. So I'm going to check the chat as well. We're seeing NFT Shill. How are you, Maurizio, man? How are you? Nice to see you in the stream. What is CPI and is the first? So guys, check out Medieval Empires as well. I really like Medieval Empires. I think it's going to be a super dope project. It's going to release on the 19th of December on Bybit. There's always, you always look for chances to go into projects in the bull market, but you always have like 10 different projects that launch daily. And I think this is going to be a nice one that's going to launch. Again, do your own research, but I really like it. So check out Medieval Empires for sure. Let's see. Let's talk about the Binance news, right? Because there's so much FUD about Binance. So again, today there was a bunch of FUD saying that Binance is going to be insolvent. Well, they weren't saying it's insolvent, but there's been $1.9 billion in withdrawals in the last 24 hours, according to Nansen, right? Which is crazy because Binance is number one. And the main cause for this is because they had, their proof of reserves were not necessarily that great, right? And then people started to be, scared, and they withdrew a lot in the last 24 hours, $1.9 billion. Now, when things like this happen and there's more FUD in the market, right, this could cause bank runs, right, which is very dangerous, because if you put so much FUD about an exchange or about, a bank, and people immediately start to withdraw their funds, this could be dangerous, because then the bank or the exchange becomes insolvent, right? But again, also you can contradict that with the fact that if they have one-to-one reserves, then they won't become insolvent because they have one-to-one user reserves. So this is pretty dangerous. Also, CZ had a reply to this. If we have a look at what CZ said. Also follow me on Twitter if you guys aren't following me already. I post, quick snapshots of what's going on, the latest news. So make sure to follow me there, CryptoKidCom. That's my username. Personally, I think Binance will be fine. But of course, CZ is denying it right now. I think it's just a bunch of FUD, right? It is pretty much a lot of FUD, and people are not doing fully doing research. So I think, just have your own research, right? Do your own research. I could do a complete video on this, maybe tomorrow or the day after, but there's just too much going on, right? So just know that there's crazy withdrawals. But again, in the end of the day, right, not your keys, not your crypto, right? Binance failing, this would be crazy. I don't think it will happen, but you never know, right? No one would have thought FTX could fail. So in the end of the day, the conclusion is, right, it's not your keys, not your crypto. So, always risk, right? Again, not financial advice, but this is what I do. I only risk the crypto that I'm willing to risk, right, on the exchange. Let's say if I'm trading one Bitcoin, right? I want to trade one Bitcoin. I keep the rest in my cold wallet and I just put that one Bitcoin in. That's it. There's no need to risk all of your assets on an exchange. So, always it's good to be safe. Let's see what's going on. Nothing much. All right, let's see. Let's go back to the chart for Bitcoin. Let me share the tab. Again, let me know in the comments if you want me to look at anything in particular. So let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at $17,866. Still, again, we have this crazy pump for anyone new due to the CPI reports that came to 7.1, which is something no one expected, right? So, but again, I'd be careful right now. I would not personally go into any trade at all because of course, this is massive increase in price after news, right? So I don't like to enter into trades the day that there's going to be news or the day after. I always like to look at the candle after, because there's just too much volatility, especially in crypto. You do not know what's going to happen. So it's better, it's safer to just wait it out. But this would have been an astronomical trade if we got into this, but I didn't see this early enough, because this was like 8 a.m. my time, and I would have opened a trade, but oh well, what to do, it's fine. I'm using Bybit now, by the way, for the $1,000 trading challenge. The Bybit testnet, I think, is better than the BitGet demo. There's more stuff that you can do and more stuff that you can control, I guess. So I'm using the Bybit testnet for demo, and I recommend it to anyone who wants to practice their trading. They can use the Bybit testnet, right? So we're doing the $1,000 trading challenge on the Bybit testnet, and you can use my link in the description below if you want to sign up to Bybit and get a nice deposit bonus, right? So let me check back to the stream. I love Binance. People can be, but yes, exactly. Like, Binance has helped the ecosystem so much, right? They're constantly building good reputation, but again, FTX had a good reputation, right? We could do a detailed look into their reserves. Actually, let's have a look into their reserves. I want to see the proof of reserves. Let's do some analysis into their reserves. So when did this all start? This was 5 hours ago. Look, he's been tweeting like crazy today. So this is when it started, right? So let's see. Reuters has it wrong again. Now they're attacking our incredible law enforcement team, a team that we're incredibly proud of. So this was about the money laundering, right? The money laundering news that I haven't read into, but this was the first thing that came up, right? And immediately a day later, right, we see the FUD. We see the FUD that started to come in. So, hold on. Let me go to CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap. Let me see, because in the CoinMarketCap, right, they publish the reserves of each exchange. But again, also the thing is, right, with CoinMarketCap, it is owned by Binance as well. So the proof of reserves that they may show for Binance could be biased. So, I just want to leave this right now and do my own research a bit more, and then I could do a full detailed video, because I don't want to, be wrong. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? So Bitcoin, if we come back to Bitcoin, we're still at $17,897. The next level of resistance would be, let me just tell you right now. So this is the daily chart. Let me get rid of all this drawings that I did, because it's very annoying. So if we draw, hold on. So this on the daily, this is very important. Okay, so right here, let's grab the rectangle from here and boom. Okay. So this range is very important, right? Essentially, this range is very, very important, and we're right now in this range. So around $18,800, that is a pretty important range. And if we break above this range, I think we could see some consolidation and potentially form a bull flag and then continue to the upwards. But again, we need a bunch of volume for this to happen. And currently, I don't think we see that volume, because again, there's so much bearishness right now that we can't see this astronomical price swings like we see in the bull market. Because in the bull market, it's a bullish momentum. The economy is good. People are willing to put in more money. And then we see these crazy price swings every single day. But I think this range is very important to keep an eye on. And yeah, that's what I'd be looking at right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, MagicCraft, by the way. Yeah, MagicCraft squad. MagicCraft was one of my first investments in terms of blockchain games, and I really like MagicCraft. I tried their game out, and I think it's awesome. All right, so check out MagicCraft as well. And I think Medieval Empires will do as good as MagicCraft, in my opinion. What do I think about BUSD? Right, stable coins, right? The stable coin issue. Now, when you talk bad about stable coins, you get a lot of FUD, right? But personally, right, I don't think any stable coin right now is good, because we just saw the Tron, the USDD just depeg again, right? We're seeing stable coins constantly being depegged from the $1. Even if they go above $1 like USDC, again, that's not stable, right? So personally, I think it's just cash, right? Cash is the only stable coin right now, personally. So if you want to keep, if you want to have cash ready to purchase crypto, personally, I just keep it in dollars, right? US dollars. And then when I see the opportunity, then I would buy either Bitcoin or whatever you want to buy. I would buy it with the cash. I wouldn't keep in stable coins because I think it's just too risky. And by the way, for anyone who is joining right now, the CPI, right? The CPI was launched at 7.1. Right, so 7.1 was what was announced, and this is crazy, right? Because the last time that we were in the 7 range was literally December of last year, before this entire recession FUD, right? So 7.1 is insane. No one predicted 7.1. Even the banks didn't predict it. That's why we have crazy bullishness, and that's why the S&P 500 is pumping like crazy. So hold on, this is wrong. SPX, we want to go to SPX. There we go. See, the S&P has pumped literally almost 50 points, and the markets aren't even open yet. So the markets are opening in 1 second. In 1 minute. So hold on, the markets haven't opened yet. So let's wait. So at 6 p.m. Dubai time, the markets are going to open, and let's see what's going to happen on the S&P and how much we're going to pump. I haven't checked the after market hours, so let's go to the pre-market hours. Sorry, we don't see it for some reason on TradingView. We don't see the pre-market price changes, but okay, the market should be open right now, and let's see what's going to happen. So let me go to the 10-minute time frame, and okay, let's see. The market should be open right now at 6, or is it at 6:30? I'm not exactly sure. I think it's at 6:30. But it's okay. Right, shoot me with any questions you guys have, because I'm going to end the stream in 2 to 3 minutes, because the market's open in another half an hour. I was wrong. Leave any questions in the comments, guys. But if not, guys, check out my Telegram channel completely for free. I share all the updates there, all the alerts. That's in my Telegram channel. That's in the link in the description below. Check out my Twitter if you haven't checked that out already. Again, post there, literally every day. It's much easier for me to post there than on YouTube, of course, make a video. So check me out on Twitter. ES1, the S pre-market. Oh, thank you, Ian. Let's see, ES1. Boom. Okay, yeah, this is thank you, Ian. Wow, this is crazy, right? So we see the pre-market for S&P, this is insane. $4,118 we went up to. That is a point increase of, we were at 90, I think, 3990. So that is literally 100-point increase. That is crazy. I mean, this is insane. Today is literally madness for the markets. I think look, even though the S&P is pumped this much, right? If we were in the bull market, Bitcoin would be pumping much, much more, right? And we can see in the bear market, we only pumped literally not even $1,000, like a couple $100. So, if the S&P moved $100, we would see Bitcoin moving much, much more. So this just shows that how bearish of a market we are, and how people are scared to be investing in crypto right now, which is understandable. I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried was literally arrested today, so it's understandable, right? Now we're seeing a reversal on the S&P. If this candle closes a reversal candle, I think we could come back and retest to around $4,000 on the S&P. But yeah, it's crazy. Let me have one last look at Bitcoin. And then again, if you have any final questions, any final things for me to look at before I end the stream, let me know. Looks like we're forming a bull flag right now, right? We can potentially be forming a bull flag. But again, this is not guaranteed yet. So we could potentially break to the upside from this. But again, this is not confirmed. So we just have this trend line right now. But again, I think we just had all the hype right now. All the hype is gone. The hype was for the speculation of the CPI. God, this would have been a nice trade as well. Look at this, perfect bull flag, and we touch the EMA ribbons, and boom, we blast off. That would have been a nice trade as well. But yeah, we missed it. It's fine, no worries. Cool. I think I'm going to end it there. It's been half an hour. Let me know any final things in the comments right now. I'm looking at them right now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, check me out on Twitter, Instagram, all the social medias. Join the Telegram channel for free. It's in the link description below. I put the trades, technical analysis, all of that for free, so you can go ahead and join the community. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's been very nice to do this stream. Today's been crazy for the markets, like 100%. It's pretty much historic, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you guys pretty soon. Actually, you know what? For the people that have just joined in, I'm going to announce it again before I end off the stream. It's the CPI has been announced at 7.1, right? So 7.1, it's been announced. So let me share this again one last time. So 7.1, everyone predicted that it would be, the TE forecast was 7.6, right, for the next month. But we got announced 7.1, and the banks were predicting around 7.3. So this is crazy bullish. Inflation is dropping, but again, on paper, we're seeing that inflation is dropping. However, in reality, right, the way that you know how inflation is going up or down is through looking at the goods and services that you buy on a day-to-day basis. And if these prices increase or decrease, that's how you can tell real inflation. But thank you guys so much for watching. That's it for today's stream. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, take care, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye. I think it's